Once you get your student visa, congratulations, because you have a very, very good opportunity for you. Because you know what, once Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's me, your girl Kamis. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're gonna be looking at how to apply for resident permit for higher education in Sweden. If you want to study higher education in Sweden, how do you apply for this residence permit, and what is considered as higher studies? Let me call them higher studies. Is when you want to study at a university college or folk high school in Sweden, which they call folkhögskolan. So those are considered higher studies in Sweden. And since these studies longer than 3 months, you definitely need to apply for residence permit. So today we're gonna be looking at the requirements needed for you to apply for a residence permit. So number one, you need a valid passport. Yes, a passport that is valid, that shows it's you, it's nobody else that is having this passport. This passport belongs to you, so you have to have a valid passport. Yeah. And then number two, you need your admission letter, your acceptance letter. Okay, you have applied for maybe Stockholm University, Uppsala University, or Lund University. You have to show that letter, because that is the main reason you are coming to Sweden. That is what is bringing you here. So you need that document to prove that you have been accepted into this program. And like I said, full-term admission. Okay, so that one is very, very important. Another thing you need is proof of funds. How are you going to finance yourself when you come to Sweden? How are you going to keep yourself, moving? How do you eat? How do you transport yourself? Like, clothes necessarily is not expensive. There are other means where you can get like fairly used clothes, or you can carry your own clothes when you're coming, but you need to prove that you can finance yourself, or you can support yourself economically when you come to Sweden. And I think the money needed for at least 1 year is about maybe 120,000 Swedish crown, if I'm not wrong. So it's about, let me say, 110, or maybe, how do I say, $1,000. Okay, let me just convert it into dollars. For a whole year, you need like $1,000 or a little bit more, depending on the exchange. But if I was to convert it into the Swedish currency, it's about 120 Swedish crown. Something in between there. So that one is very important. And now if you're preparing, I think the first thing you need to do is, because once you're sure that definitely that you are going to get accepted in the college or university of your choice, then you have to be looking for money. You have to gather money so that your bank statement is appealing, your bank statement is rich, so that when you come here, you are not stranded. Because the Swedish people just want to make sure that you are able to finance yourself, you are not left stranded, because here you don't have your brother, you don't have your sister, and then you are not in the Swedish system, so nobody can really help you financially or economically. For we that are Swedish residents, we get help from the government, we get help from all these there's what we call CSN. They give loan to students. So there are methods on how they support students if you have like a resident permit. But for you that is just coming in and you are not in the Swedish system, then definitely you need to finance yourself. So you need proof of funds, and that is your bank statement. So your bank statement must be looking good. Okay, so another thing you need to is the medical insurance or health insurance. But I read that most most universities in Sweden or university college actually provide medical insurance. Yes, so you don't need to think so much about it. I don't know about any other European countries, but I don't think it's all European countries that offer this, but most universities here in Sweden offer for this insurance, which is very, very good, because you know insurance can be very, very expensive. So another thing you need is to pay your tuition fee. Yes, you need to pay your school fees, because that shows the level of commitment, that shows that you are serious, that shows that you really want to come and read this course, and that is why you need to pay for your school fees, and then you have it proved. And you know, the thing is, like, this thing takes time, okay? So it might not reflect in Sweden immediately. So if you've paid it and you have a proof that you have paid it, your money is not lost. Do not be scared and all those things, because you are paying from different country. You know, if you're from Ghana, if you're from Kenya, if you're from India, if you're from Mexico, if you're from Senegal, okay, wherever you are and want to come to Sweden, then when you pay your school fees, it might take time before it reflects, but the only thing you need is a proof that you have paid. Okay, so you guys, then you have to prepare yourself for after you fulfill all those things, then you have to have your application fee. So the application fee is about $150, and that is very easy to pay. You can pay using your bank card, your Visa card, where you put the long number, you put the security number, and then you send it in, and then yes, you wait for the decision. So you guys, after you now wait for the decision, you get your resident permit card, and that is what you are going to use together with your passport, your valid passport, to travel to Sweden, and then you come to Sweden. So yes guys, so the process is very easy. It's not really hard, guys, and all this information you can always get it at the Swedish Migration Agency, which is called Migrationsverket. I'm gonna put the link down below so that you can see how to apply and all those things. There is so much information, like the application process is made easy, and there is so much information. So you guys, like I said, we've been talking about different visas on how to come to Sweden, on how to come to Europe, and I said we are going to talk about those visas that are the best option, and we talked about different visas in my previous video. If you've not watched that video, then go and watch it before this one. So that is why we started with student visa, because when you have this, I have been talking so much on how to come to Sweden, and I've been saying that once you get your student visa, congratulations, because you have a very, very good opportunity for you, because you know what, once you get your student visa, you can work. As a student, you don't need to apply for any working permit. Your visa that you get, a residence permit that you're going to use for your studies, you can use it to work. And believe me, there are so many student jobs here, and you can work as anything. You can even work in the line of your study. You can also work in the line outside your study, like cleaning job, nanny, I mean, so many things. There are so many things you can do. Like if you choose to work in the line of your study, it's even better, because that way you gain more, more experience, so that by the time you even finish your study, you have a lot of experience that you've worked so it's gonna be easy for you to enter into your job. Because one thing about Sweden is, like, when you study, you also have to show experience that you have worked. For example, if you are studying like accounting, you need to look for a place where you can be practicing, or you can be working part-time, because that way you get more, you get more experience. So, and another thing I would like to say is that once you come, you also need to get familiar with the Swedish language. So as a student here, you have to try and go to school for Swedish lessons, because that one is going to really help you. Because here in Sweden, of course, everybody speaks English, but Sweden is not English is not our first language. We speak Swedish, so most of the working places is all about Sweden. It is about Swedish, so you really need to understand Swedish, because it's not all your colleagues like that will be speaking English to you. Of course, Swedish people are very nice, they want to speak English to you, but you also need to understand what they are saying. So I just say, let me add that tip. Like, once you get your student visa, number one thing you need to think about is that Swedish. Okay, try to familiarize yourself with Swedish. And even you get your visa and you have not come, read books. There are so many books in the library, free books. There are so many Swedish lecturers online, so there's so much information out there. So you guys, so today we just check on how to apply for a resident permit for people who want to come and study in higher education here in Sweden. And the next time we are going to look for the other type of visa. So any one of you that is planning to come to Sweden, this is a very good opportunity for you. Like, using a student visa, like I said, it's a long one. It gives you time to study and also look for job and also learn about Sweden, know everything about Sweden. That's why I'm saying, like, these kind of visas are the best. These are the best visa options for you to move, to relocate, not only in Sweden and all other European countries like Germany, like Norway, like Denmark, like Switzerland, like Italy. Like a student visa that is valid for long. We give you opportunity to study the land, and then it's up to you to decide. And when you have that, you can also visit other Schengen country. If you're in Sweden, you can visit Denmark, you can visit Norway, you can go to Germany, you can go to France. You can check like all those places, so that you will know where your heart really wants to be after your studies and all those things. Anyway guys, I don't want to keep it long. Like I said, see you in my next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for subscribing. Bye.